here today to this year's State of the City Address presented by Mayor Joe Hardy. I'll be introducing him in a moment. I'm City Manager Ned Thomas. I'm very happy to see you all here. And again, thank you for joining us in beautiful Boulder, clean and green Boulder City. I've learned the motto for the city, and also here at Boulder Creek Golf Course and in the pavilion. We will start tonight with an invocation by Boulder City High School Student Body Vice President Hayden Nordstrom, and accompanying her is Student Body President Drew Shaper. Hayden and Drew.
Father, we thank you for our city, for its people, and for the blessings you've given us. We pray for peace and safety on our streets and in our neighborhoods. Grant wisdom and integrity to our leaders, our mayor, council, and city officials, that they might govern with justice and serve with compassion. Bless our schools, businesses, and families, bringing your love. Stir the hearts of your people to be light and salt, to love our neighbors, and to work for the welfare of this place. May your kingdom come and your will be done here, bringing healing to brokenness and true revival. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen.
Thanks to both of you for those very eloquent words. We're in good hands when we have the great youth of Boulder City here representing us. Next, we will have more youth from Boulder City High School. They will sing the national anthem. This is presented by the Boulder City High School Choir, led by Brendan Hawley. Yes, if everyone could please ride for the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight on the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave, of the brave.
Thank you, Mr. Hawley, and thank you, choir. Today marks 9 months since I started working here in Boulder City. It's the best decision that I ever made. Well, my wife is here, so I have to say it's the second best decision I ever made. The first one was for her. And I learned quickly that everyone has a Mayor Joe story or connection. He has lived a life dedicated to helping others. A retired physician and educator, a Boulder City Council member from 1999 to 2002, a Nevada State Assemblyman from 2003 to 2010, and then a state senator from 2011 to 2022. I didn't see any gaps in that from 1999 all the way through the present. He was sworn in as mayor of Boulder City in November 2022. Mayor Hardy is what public service is all about, and I greatly enjoy working with him. I'm very thankful for the opportunity to do so. Every time I meet with him, I learn something new, some trick of the trade, and I do appreciate the support that he has given me and also all of the members of the council. Mayor Hardy and his wife Jill have 8 children and 22 grandchildren. With his 4th State of the City address, please join me in a warm welcome for Mayor Joe Hardy.
A lot of people have wondered how long this is going to be. When I'm done with the hats, it's over. Okay, so if you want to leave before the hats are done, that's okay. You just won't know what I'm going to say about them. My wife tells me it's not about me, so I probably should go on. So thank you, Hayden and Drew, and thank you, the Boulder City High School Choir. Special thanks for the community leaders that are joining us this evening, and please stand as I call your name to be recognized, and only appropriate, especially for the first person I'm going to announce, is Governor Joe Lombardo. Good to have you here, Governor. Thank you. So we appreciate you being here. We would like to go down the list of introductions. Commissioner Jim Gibson, our commissioner. Danielle Gallant, our assembly person. Salome Levi, the Dina Titus's outreach coordinator. Amy Carvalho, our Nevada State Regent. Way back there. Thank you for coming, Amy. Now I have to say, Boulder City takes advantage of the people in the neighboring city, and we are so glad to have I'll call it the Henderson contingency here. We owe them so much. So Mayor Michelle Romero, Councilman Dan Stewart, Councilwoman Monica Larson, Councilwoman Carrie Cox, and City Manager Stephanie Garcia-Vaz. North Las Vegas Mayor Pamela Goins-Brown. So in the Clark County School District, we have Theodore Robison III, Clark County's School District Regional Superintendent. You better stay standing. I don't think we could give you clapping long enough. Thank you. And Ron Gerson, the Clark County School District Associate Superintendent. Thank you for being here. Irene Bustamante, who's our board president, Clark County School District Board President. Thank you. And former city council people, Mayor Rod Woodbury, Councilwoman Peggy Levitt, Councilman James Howard Adams, and Judith Hoskins, Councilwoman. We have also former city manager Vicki Mays. And I've always wanted to say this, and her lovely husband, Denny. Thank you. We have former Clark County Commissioner Bruce Woodbury. Thank you, Bruce. And we have from the LVGEA, before I was appointed to that, I didn't even know how to spell LVGEA. So we have with us Kayla Nix and the executive, Danielle Casey. We appreciate you being here, Danielle. Thank you. And Jill Lagan is here too, our chamber director. Thank you, Jill. Good to have you here. In order to recognize the importance we have here in Boulder City, we are actually a team, and we are one team, and we are one team together. And so I would like to take this moment and have us play a video of the fellow city council people, and you'll be able to stand up while we can still see you in the flesh, while you're going to have the video here shortly.
Councilwoman Mayor Pro Tem Sherry Jorgensen, Boulder City Audit Review Committee, Boulder City Community Education Advisory Board, Boulder City Historic Museum Association, Clark County School Oversight Panel for School Facilities, Clark County Debt Management Commission.
Councilmember Denise Ashurst, Civilian Military Council, Nevada League of Cities, Southern Nevada Regional Planning Coalition.
Councilmember Koki Booth. I'm on the Audit Review Committee, Main Street, Boulder City, Nevada Pool Pack Board of Directors, Workforce Connections.
Council Member Steve Walton, Southern Nevada Water Authority, Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, the Colorado River Commission, and the National League of Cities Board of Directors.
We are literally a great team, both elected officials and staff. I'd like to thank the following department directors who are here, and if you could please stand to be recognized as well. Department of Parks and Rec, Julie Calloway will not be here, but Jennifer Spinklink is representing. Jennifer. Good to see you, Jennifer. Fire Chief Kenneth Morgan. Police Chief Tim Shea. And don't forget your hat, Tim. Okay. And City Clerk Tammy McKay. Finance Director Cynthia Sneed. City Attorney Brittany Walker. Judges Victor Miller and Christopher Tillman. Good to have you here. And Public Works Director, and in order to keep him busy, Acting Utilities Director Gary Poindexter. Deputy City Manager and Community Development Director Michael Mays. I'd like to thank the city clerk, staff, Lori and Stacy, Communications Division, Lisa, Holly, Carly, and Brock Armentrout, who's running the show. If anything goes wrong, it's their fault. But I appreciate what they do and what they've done to organize this. So we literally are one team, and we are together, and that teamwork that we have is really critical for our success. Each of the city council members comes from a different field of play. I've asked them to share their thoughts on teamwork and partnering and more, and we will now have the second video played.
Motorized devices have become an increasingly popular way for kids to get to and from school nowadays. With that popularity comes an important responsibility to keep our children safe. In April, the Boulder City Police and Fire Departments partnered to educate residents on what devices are legal, which require licensing, and most importantly, how helmets save lives. That effort was strengthened by a generous $2,000 donation from San Diego Gas and Electric for a bike helmet campaign, which allowed more than 120 helmets to be distributed to children in need. Even as these efforts move forward, we continue to hear safety concerns from our residents, and those concerns mattered. Later in the summer, this council took some decisive action by approving a strong comprehensive ordinance regulating the operation of bicycles, electric bikes, electric scooters, skates, toy vehicles, scooters, and skateboards. Boulder City now has the strongest ordinance in Clark County, one that requires helmets for all minors riding regular bicycles in addition to e-bikes and e-scooters. This ordinance reflects our commitment to prevention and education and safety. When the Clark County School District learned of this ordinance, they stepped up immediately. On the very day the law went into effect, Clark County School District arrived with a van full of helmets and distributed 130 free helmets to our children, ensuring that no child was left without protection. We are proud to support our Clark County School District schools and their students by providing access to school facilities, including our pool, gym, baseball and softball fields, and even our 2 golf courses. Boulder City students are a vital part of our community, and this partnership ensures that they have access to safe, well-maintained spaces where they can learn, compete, grow, and thrive. Thank you to the Clark County School District, Mayor Hardy, and the members of this council for your continued commitment to our youth, the future of Boulder City, and to the safety and well-being of our community. Thank you.
What most people don't see in politics is the people behind politicians, you, the community. In the early days of our country, folks would look to their neighbors, churches, and charitable organizations for help, not the government. A hand up, not a handout. Fast forward to today, we here in Boulder City take care of our own. This is evident in the organizations like Rotary Clubs, the Lions, the Elks Club, Lend a Hand, Emergency Aid, the Senior Center, and the list goes on and on. Loving our neighbors as ourselves is taught in our places of worship where everyone is given the opportunity to hear the gospel of salvation and the needy are clothed and fed. And leaving no man behind or woman, there's even help in our courthouse. The Breaking the Cycle Recovery Court Program was created to provide rehabilitation to misdemeanor offenders that suffer from alcohol or chemical dependency. The program gives offenders a second chance to gain back control of their lives. And just last month, a student received the warmest welcome from the hospital. Pink ribbons hung on poles from Veterans Parkway through town, ending at the middle school. We pray this little one heals and recovers quickly. Together, I hope and pray 2026 will be chock full of peace, joy, and excitement for all that is promised to come to our charming historic town. Always remember to guard your heart, for out of it flows the issues of life. Happy New Year.
The Boulder City Chamber of Commerce joined the Main Street America program last year. The effort creates stronger economies and ignites community involvement. Jill Lagan and her staff also recognize that outdoor recreation is big business. The latest state analysis released last month that outdoor recreation provided an estimated $24 billion in economic benefits in 2023 and jobs for more than 75,000 people across Nevada. When it opens later this year, the Chamber of Commerce Adventure Center will share a variety of outdoor activities. I am thrilled about the Chamber's efforts to make sure Boulder City is competing for this important job-creating revenue. And finally, after years of hard work, we are closer to replacing our deteriorating pool. Last month, the city closed on track 350, just east of here. Voters approved sale of the land to help fund the Boulder City Swimming Pool Recreation Project in June 2021. Pre-construction services are scheduled to begin next month. The target opening date is 2028. I'm excited for what 2026 will bring. Thank you.
The airport is a great example of partnering. The Federal Aviation Administration accomplishes its mission by supporting regional and local airports. Airport improvements are supported with funding from the FAA. The Boulder City Airport receives millions of dollars to maintain the airport at its best condition. The FAA is also supporting the construction of the new air traffic control tower, which will be coming in the following year. The Airport Working Group is another exciting example of partnering within Boulder City. The Airport Working Group connects general aviation and commercial operators with airport staff for input on impacts and implications in airport operations. We had a fantastic response from the public to the Airport Days open house and viewing the aircraft and facilities. The Airport Working Group has been involved in discussions regarding the fee structures, the fuel vendor, progress of the FAA tower design, and the airport expansion area, and much more. Our police and fire departments are also examples of partnering. Just within the past year, our police department has participated in over 30 mutual aid events across the valley, supporting Las Vegas Metropolitan Police, the National Park Service, Highway Patrol, and others. Examples include joining forces, the Traffic Task Force, the Drug Enforcement Administration Task Force, Southern Nevada Fusion Center, the Formula One event, New Year's Eve, and much more. The Regional Public Safety Training Facility, located in the El Dorado Valley, serves as a primary joint training site for Boulder City Police Department, Henderson Police Department, as well as the area fire departments. The Regional Public Safety Training Facility serves as the live fire training location for hands-on scenario-based training. It includes virtual reality training simulators. It includes closed emergency vehicle driving courses, and it strengthens regional preparedness and interagency coordination in public safety across Southern Nevada. Boulder City Fire Department also has agreements to partner with Hoover Dam, National Park Service, City of Henderson, and Clark County. We respond within and receive assistance from those neighboring jurisdictions. Because of the large land area of Boulder City and proximity to these jurisdictions, we work on many emergency scenes together, from the Gold Strike Canyon to the Hemingway Harbor to Nelson Road and the solar fields, as well as Highways 93 and 95 and I-11. The ability to receive and offer help within these jurisdictions provides life-saving services that would otherwise not be available for an extended period of time. Thank you to all of our partners.
You can see how we can appreciate where everybody is coming from in a little different way when we get together as a team. We're able to make decisions that make sense and that work with everybody in the community. And when I say the community at large, as well as just here in Boulder City. So we have an opportunity. I have distributed at your places what we do and what we have in Boulder City. And when you start looking at that, you think maybe we're not so small after all, but we do a lot of stuff. And we have been blessed with being able to have so many people, not just in our city, but in our greater area, including the state of Nevada, that we've been able to do so much with what we have and what we've been given. So we are appreciative of everything that we've been given. When we look at hats, we have so many hats, and they're right here. And when I'm done with the hats, then you can leave, or you can leave before that. For instance, we have Hoover Dam, and we say that Hoover Dam and Boulder City is almost in the same sentence because Hoover Dam's the one that made the reason for building Boulder City, but Boulder City is the one that built Hoover Dam. And so we have the recent addition or renovation of the visitor center there at the ribbon cutting that was attended for the visitor center reservation. We had Congresswoman Dina Titus came, as well as other dignitaries, and it was such a beautiful place. And you can see the city manager is there working for once. And did I say that? So at any rate, we've been blessed. And then we go to our the reality. We get about 7 million people that come through Hoover Dam to visit it. And those 7 million people, I would say about 97% of them come through Boulder City. And we are appreciative of when they stop and shop, et cetera, et cetera. So we've been well situated with that. When we consider what Hoover Dam has led us to have, for instance, we have solar leases. So we have tags still on it, by the way. We have these solar leases that generate about $23 million for the city of Boulder City annually. And because Boulder City is so close to transmission lines, it's the ideal place to have solar fields. And thus we're able to have low property taxes. We're able to have high quality services, and the city's able to have a balanced budget and does not incur any debt. The grid stability of Hoover Dam and our solar fields is important for our area. In fact, we have received the Reliability Award, who knew that existed, for the American Public Power Association because of our performance and service. And our residents actually pay one of the lowest energy rates in the United States. On fiscal strength, we've been the winner of the Government Financial Officer Association Triple Crown Award. Thank you, Cynthia, for doing that. Huge. We've received the winner of the Cashman Good Government Award for cities under 1,000. We've completed 25 formal bids, saved $2.6 million in indirect costs. We've written, negotiated, and administered 266 contracts. We've completed claims and other actions recovering $88,000 for the city. Welcome to Boulder City. We have new leadership. City manager, you've heard City Manager Ned Thomas come up and introduce himself. We've also added Kenneth Morgan, who's had a decorated 40 years experience with fire chief. Is Kenneth here? There he is. Get to know him. He knows what he's doing. We appreciate him. And then in the deputy city manager position, we still have Michael Mays, who's been willing to do it as the acting city manager and then as the deputy city manager for real. Thank you, Michael. This is the bike helmet that the councilwoman has talked about. And we have literally made sure that any child that has a bicycle or one of those motorized things can have a helmet. And helmets, depending on what study you do, up to 63% of head injuries are avoided by wearing a helmet. So if you have a child, know somebody with a child, make sure they wear their helmet. It's worth it. Thank you. With Ned Thomas coming in as city manager, we have Kenneth Morgan, as I said. We also have ordinance updates. City Attorney Brittany Walker has worked with City Council to protect our residents and our visitors. Sadly enough, we did lose someone in our first fatal accident involving an adult on an e-scooter this last year. So we have passed 2 ordinances that are important. We have as was alluded to earlier, the bike and e-bike and scooter ordinances. And Councilwoman Sherry Jorgensen shared with us as well as our leash law. And we've approved off-leash options for specific parts and places in Boulder City, as well as we have 3 areas that are official dog parks, 2 by the city and 1 is by a nonprofit. You're still responsible for your dog, and if you're having a dog on a leash or not, make sure you pick up after them. Thank you. Was that subtle? So we have video informational campaigns that are viewed by literally thousands on social media and on Boulder City TV. We have a special thanks to Violet and Getty Poindexter, who are the stars of the bike safety video produced by their very own mother, who's right here today. Carly, where are you? There, thank you. In our Historic Preservation Award, this year we had St. Christopher's Episcopal Church won the award. Where are they? So we appreciate everybody who's doing all of those things to preserve our history, and we have nominations are still available for 2026. We celebrated our Historic Preservation Day we do that every May. And the highlights of this past year include offering a tour of the water filtration plant, the original water filtration plant, and also a presentation on Browder Cafe, which is now the Dam Roast House. We offer grants for historic property owners to encourage them to keep their property in the way that it was looking back in the day, but refurbished on the inside and trying to maintain its original historic appeal on the outside. We have a free pop-up workshop that's planned for next Tuesday, January 20th, and I think that information is on the screen now. So we thank our community development staff and our Historic Preservation Committee for all of your efforts. We promote businesses. The Boulder City Passport Program in the historic downtown district during the holidays, for the first time, we had 550 participants get their passports stamped at various businesses with a chance to win $50 in gift cards. We had $20,000 in the redevelopment agency funding to help that program print and be online and do TV spots and purchase the gifts and the gift cards for those businesses. You heard Councilman Walton talk about airports. We are the third busiest by employments in the state of Nevada. That is Boulder City Airport. More than 1,000 attended the airport day on November 8th, 2025, and we thank the airport staff and the working group for bringing back that event. Art in the Park, one of our favorite events for a great cause, Boulder City Hospital, and caring for others, which we do, and we share resources. We have 19 grant programs valued at $17 million. We have sub-grants of over $500,000 to local nonprofits, including Emergency Aid, Lend a Hand, and the Senior Center of Boulder City. And we've provided more than $300,000 of in-kind resources for the Rotary Club, Chamber of Commerce, and many other organizations. We care. We care for others. This year was the 19th annual Clerk's Office gift collection. More than 240 gift bags were filled with much-needed items for emergency aid clients. And this year was the first Boulder City Police Department Can the Cruiser food drive. Jennifer Owens in dispatch came up with the idea in December to fill a cop car with food for emergency aid. They filled the car and ended up needing another pickup in order to be able to carry the rest. Great job for all those who contributed. We appreciate it. Is Cindy Swanson here?
Did you call on me?
I did. Thank you, Cindy. We recognize Cindy Swanson with the as the winner of the annual Bill Andrews Award. Did you bring Hershey?
She's at home from
Okay. So we appreciate Cindy. If you look at our Nevada Way redo, Cindy recognized the accessibility challenge in the city. She was a founding member of the Accessibility Boulder City Working Group. That group developed recommendations to improve accessibility, and she exemplifies what it means to serve the community. She has and continues to impact Boulder City for the better. Thank you, Cindy. Appreciate it. Those of you may remember, this is the hat from the bridge. I'll call it the bridge. And this photo is the opening of I-11, August 2018. After the bridge was built, we made I-11. and it happened. And so we are literally and figuratively making bridges in Boulder City. We appreciate the city, the county, the state, the federal government in bringing to pass that particular way that gets transportation available between Arizona and Nevada and gets it off the streets of Boulder City, by and large. The Global Economic Alliance Executive Director, Danielle Casey, is here with us, working hand in hand with Governor Lombardo's Office of Economic Development. It's like we both do the same things. Both of you stand at the same time. This is really how it works. We have two organizations. You could just stay standing the whole time, Governor. Appreciate it. Thank you, but it really does work, what we have. And so Danielle, bless her heart, I went to a meeting just this last week, the tag's still on it, and she had these little bags, and I said, what's in the bag? And I opened it up, and there's a hat. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a hat for this very reason. And so it illustrates the partnerships that exist, that we are able to build the economy, and particularly of Southern Nevada right now, but build the economy and make sure people have jobs and people have somewhere to be, and bring up the whole, that old tide rises all boats. And well, that's the reality. That's what we're trying to do. So we appreciate both of your organizations, as it were, working together along that line. Now, we have a lot of organizations in the area, but one of the things we have is we have a home for veterans, and we have a veterans cemetery, and we care about veterans, and we are appreciative of what Boulder City does. And 11% of our residents in Boulder City are veterans. That's more than double the national average. And we have in the Veterans Home this person-centered treatment that gives residents a voice in the decisions of their care. The Veterans Cemetery is literally the second fastest growing in the nation, has high demand, and because of our veterans population. We have an annual wreath laying ceremony that draws hundreds from all over the area every December. We appreciate the veterans, and while I'm on that, we have Shane Patton Memorial, Boulder City High School. He was a Navy SEAL, highly decorated, killed during the rescue mission Operation Red Wings in Afghanistan, June 2005. We put up his statue and had the unveiling in Wilbur Square on June 28, 2025, the 20th anniversary of his death. We had flyovers from Nellis Air Force Base and Boulder City Veterans Flying Group that day, and the ceremony was attended by friends, family, city and state officials. We appreciate the family and the sacrifice that his son was able to make. This is my eagle hat. We love eagles. And we have all these things that we've done in the city that help us enjoy our life and help us be active. We built pickleball courts, and we had residents we surveyed, and they said almost unanimously we need more pickleball courts, so we built more pickleball courts. How many of you play pickleball and admit it? That's what I thought. We didn't have to use local tax money to do that. Roca Seca, by the way, one of our local businesses, is going to provide a generous donation to light those courts, by the way, in 2026. Give them a hand. Liberty Ridge community, it used to be Track 350. We had a voter-approved land sale that closed this month, where we actually got, we have the money to start for building the pool. So those lots will be available in late spring for luxury homes. And the schedule complies with the city growth ordinance. And we will have, and due to the Lake Mead drought and the drought in the Southwest, this may be the last golf course community built in Southern Nevada. And I suspect there will be a big demand for those places. Speaking of the pool, the current pool that we have is the site where swim teams are able to train and bring state champions back to Boulder City. We appreciate that. I'm not going to have Jill stand up and show off the sweatshirt of our grandson who was part of that group, but it is a swim t-shirt, or sweatshirt rather. So we've had proposals for the pre-construction companies. We'll have them submitted next month. We'll identify the best and most qualified for the project, and we'll have the estimated expenses align with the budget, and the new pool will be scheduled to open in 2028. And I'm sure our county commissioner will be helping along that line. This is where we give him a clap. Thank you, Commissioner. The next hat is my doctor hat, training. So we have training. Doctors are always involved with training, but one of the training things that happened that was so amazing in the timing and ability, in February 2025, we had a tabletop exercise that was held discussing how the city would be able to respond to a lithium battery fire. Acting Chief Greg Chesser and Assistant Fire Chief Josh Barone led that exercise. In September of 2025, a battery fire started at Townsite Solar. 2 mega packs were destroyed. The fire burned for hours, and fortunately there were no injuries and there was no danger to the public. The owner of the battery said that Boulder City firefighters did everything right. Their training was credited with containing the fire, keeping residents safe, and saving literal millions of dollars in equipment. They train, we benefit from the training. It's a good deal. We have basic needs in Boulder City, medical needs. Boulder City's hospital, Jennifer Hedlund, we partner with the hospital to hire a Master of Social Work, Jennifer Hedlund, and she has had 257 people this last year that she's supported through housing after brain injury, family reunification from homelessness, fall prevention, daily living support, putting meals on tables, and more. It's been a wonderful relationship that the city has had with the community, Boulder City Community Hospital. So we've had the city dedicated federal ARPA funds for the help with creating that program. We thank her for helping those people in need. I don't know quite how to do this, but I'll put, because the governor's here, I'll put this one on this way and this one on this way. So this is NDOT, thank you, Governor, and this is the RTC, and we have had a great relationship with NDOT, working with the RTC in building us and helping us with our needs for transportation. The Nevada Way project, for instance, the historic business district had decades-old deteriorating asphalt and utilities, and the city met with the businesses, and they held town halls to discuss the project. But that's how we did it. We had the RTC, we worked with everybody, we got the utility fund monies, and that project ran this last summer and the slowest time of the year, so it disrupted things less than any other time. We replaced underground water services that were 50 years old. We widened sidewalks. Again, thank you, Cindy. And we had a dedicated walkway so you could have outdoor seating as well as get walking safe areas. Now, this is the highest compliment we got from that project when it was done. The highest compliment we got from those people that were involved in that area was, you know, it's not as bad as I thought it was. I mean, how can you get better than that? So we have residents with motility issues that contacted the city, and that's how this all started. We had people involved with, you know, this is a problem, what are you going to do about it? And we had the opportunity to listen to people and be able to do something, and we appreciate it. Now, I have to put a shout out right now for those open roads in the future. The Fuel Revenue Index program, the FRI, was set to expire at the end of 2026. And that takes 26 cents per each gallon of gas sold in Clark County, and it goes to the RTC. And those funds help pay for roadways and transit projects, and more than 500 projects in the last decade, including many right here in Boulder City, have been done. And that's where I say, thank you, Governor Lombardo, for signing that legislation. Appreciate it. I'm sure there's an, yep. Boulder City is scheduled to receive about $980,000 from a House Appropriations grant for the wastewater treatment plant, which will have upgrades for strengthening the foundations, the floors, regrading the treatment basins, and upgrading the aging PVC liners. And those improvements will increase the reliability, safety, and capacity, as well as reduce the risk for structural failures and extend the useful life of that plant. Thank you, Congresswoman Titus. You'll tell her that for me, will you? Okay. Thank you. We have a tortoise preserve. The Boulder City Conservation Easement is the striped area that you see on your screens. This area came about in the 80s. There was a moratorium on new home building in Clark County due to the declining the desert tortoise population. The partnership between Clark County and Boulder City allowed the transfer of the tortoise. And anecdotal experience. So I'm going down a dirt road with my contractor people in the back seat. And I look out and I say, is that a tortoise? No. That's how we dealt with that. We actually have a place now for the tortoise. So if we get one, we have a way to do that. And that, quite frankly, is how we've been able to allow the growth of Las Vegas and the greater Las Vegas area. We have a place, and Boulder City has donated that land, and we have about 87,000 acres of land in Boulder City preserved for the desert tortoise and other species. And special thanks to Commissioner Jim Gibson. Thank you. Speaking of Jim Gibson, the Hemingway Bighorns, they graze, and I was hoping to see them live when we came in, but they knew we were filming them so that they didn't show up. At least I didn't. Did anybody see them? any rate, we were having the live feed from Hemingway Park. And there are literally buses that come from out of town, stop there to see the Rams. And periodically, people say, well, are they there? And I say, I don't know. But if you want to watch the Ram Cam now, you go to the bcnv.org/ramcam and you can see if they're there. And anybody can do that from wherever. So we have, I had an opportunity to be with Commissioner Gibson when we were with the Department of Wildlife. Again, we love governors, we love our county, we love the things that we do, and we had a water hole dedicated and a trail. So we have a place where the desert wildlife can get a drink. And it's right here in Boulder City down at Hemingway Park. Public safety. We have a joint venture between Boulder City and the city of Henderson. And Boulder City has donated 240 acres of land, and the city of Henderson has provided $1 million to supplement the $1.4 million in federal grants and appropriations, where we can train local, state, and federal law enforcement, firefighters, and emergency medical response personnel all together. And it's quite an opportunity. We had what they called the Congressional Western States Caucus. People come from all over. And I said, well, what makes a Western state? And they say, well, quite frankly, it could be anyone in Ohio even. So I don't know where they came from. But there were a whole lot of people there who were coming, and we see a picture of that on the screen. My favorite hat. So Boulder City's Mounted Police Unit was the last of its kind in southern Nevada, and it was founded in 2018, and it was run by the police officers with help from volunteers and animal control, and they regularly rode in the parades and the events. So the staff changes made it a little difficult to continue, so now the Southern Nevada Mounting Unit has taken it over late last year and is now funded by a nonprofit organization. The house corrals, interestingly enough, my grandson-in-law came with my granddaughter, and they toured Boulder City. And they went through all the places Boulder City does, and they saw the horse corrals, and they came back and they said the most astounding thing that they ever saw was our horse corrals. Who knew? So the horsemen's, interestingly, they're unique, and there's an association dedicated to the promotion and encouragement of interest in horses, their proper care, welfare, and the equine activities. And at a given time, in our horse corrals, there are between 570 equine livestock there. That's a lot. I almost suggested we should count them in the population, but I don't think I got away with that. So the Boulder City Rodeo team uses the facilities, and several members recently took home individual wins in the state champions. Let's see. Now, this is the Boulder Rifle and Pistol Club hat, and you notice that it's pink. And what's unique about this place is not just that we have women who love to shoot, but this is where Lexi Lagan, you still here? Yes, related to our Chamber of Commerce president. Lexi Lagan signed the hat for the Tokyo 20 and the Paris 24 Olympics. She's our Olympian. So we have donated that for $1 a year to the Boulder Rifle and Pistol Club. And they do a wonderful place down there, and people from a lot of places come over and do that. Now, my favorite hat, I'm the #1 grandpa. By self-definition. What this typifies, though, is we are a family. Right now, we're a family, and we do things together, and sometimes families don't get along. That's okay. We're family, and so when I look at Boulder City, we know each other. We wave to the car because we know who's driving it. And we have a wonderful place here with a variety of people, a variety of interests, variety of businesses. We all wear different hats, and every hat is important. And when it comes down to the end game, it's our family and what we do with our family and who we allow them to come to be part of us. I appreciate you being so gentle with me today. I hope you all have a hat that you can wear someday and feel good about your contributions to wherever you're at. And I'm so grateful to have everybody here and being able to be interested in what we're doing in Boulder City, and appreciate the governor for coming. Thank you very much.